Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine with another edition of what I'm playing this week. Albums you must play. It's a bit presumptuous of me to say what you must play. It's really about what are you playing and sharing what you're playing with all of us in the comments and stuff, so we all inspire each other to see maybe we'll play something we haven't played for a long time, or we'll discover something new that we were completely unaware of. That leads me straight into where I was last week, because I mentioned a band called Son of Man, and the album's called Gaslight, and I raved about it because it's absolutely fantastic. If you love Cats in Space, and I certainly do, it's got that kind of vibe to it. It's hard rock. It's uplifting. It's got rock songs. It's got songs that are slow, fast. Every human emotion is contained within its disc. The reason why I'm showing it again is because I've been playing it, but also I've been playing another one of their albums, and this is called State of Dystopia. And it's just as good. It came out prior to this one. I would say that Gaslight has probably got the edge on it, but it's just fantastic. I mean, Auto Devotion, track 5, there's a video for that, so check it out. But it's that kind of guitar riffs, guitar playing, bass and drums that I can imagine the band as they started to create this song in the studio or in the rehearsal room, wherever they were, that they'd all kind of look at each other and think, oh, this is going to work. And then when the vocalist comes in, it just makes you feel great. Conscience, Feeding Time, Bring Out the Best in Me. It's got a similar kind of feel to the first one in that we've got lots of hard rock, great rock and roll songs, and then it kind of drifts back and there's more kind of, it goes to a softer end before moving up again towards the end. But what I really like is the kind of funkiness of it. And I don't mean, funk as in soul funk. I mean in the kind of funk rock, funky rock thing that you'd have. Bands like Trapeze from the 70s. But this is modern. This is now. It sounds contemporary. It sounds great. And I just want this band to do well. Now I've discovered them. They don't seem to be as kind of savvy on social media and video as like the Cats are, but I hope by featuring them here that more people will discover them. Please listen to this band. They're called Son of Man because they are connected to another album I've been playing in my playlist will pop up soon, but please give this a listen. Both of these albums are really, really great rock songs. They've really lifted me up this week. The news where I am in the UK has been pretty dire, but these albums are just perfect for the summer, for the autumn, for the winter and the spring. Absolutely great. That naturally led me to their relations, if you like, called Son of Man, because their dads, a lot of them, were in this band, Man. And so it took me to, this is the vinyl album of the week probably, Rhinos, Winos and Lunatics from 1974. This is undoubtedly my favourite album by Man. I remember it when I was at school. I bought it a lot later because albums were expensive back then. Luscious, glossy gatefold sleeve. And it was the tracks. I can tell you what the track, the tracks are absolutely fantastic. However, there was some in particular. It's on the United Artists. You see that? Look at that. United Artists. Sounds like Hawkwind, didn't it? Taking It Easy out again, yeah. Thunder and Lightning Kid. But it was California. Silks and Satins. Absolutely brilliant. And then on the other side, there's basically 2 tracks, although it lists 4. When you're looking at the grooves, there's basically 2 you go to: Intro, Kerosene and Scotch Corner. And some great guitar sounds, some great guitar solos on here. It's just a masterpiece. So if you don't know Man, then give that a listen. But please listen to Son of Man. Honestly, those of you who are feeling a little bit jaded, rock music, heard it all before, just let your ears experience a band that has real skills, great vocalists, and of course, anything with Hammond organ in gets my vote anyway, but great stuff. What else have I been playing? Some of it is going to be separate reviews, as you know, with me. And so the new Bernie Torme box set, I'm diving into that. Barclay James Harvest. This is Philharmonic, the orchestral concert even. And then a box set that I'm absolutely can't wait to share with you, and it's Jack Bruce, songs for a Tailor. This is the Deluxe set. I just can't wait to dive into this. I've become a huge Jack Bruce fan over the years. The kind of thing back in the day I wouldn't have probably gone near because there were so many other things vying for my attention. But I'm really looking forward to that. I've been getting into a bit of jazz fusion, and it's an album I've had for ages. It's Lenny White, Venusian Summer from 1975. And Lenny White, for those who don't know, is Return to Forever. So it's more soulful and funk than the kind of hard jazz rock fusion of Return to Forever. And you can imagine that you could easily have like a soulful voice singing over these if they turn them into more traditional songs. But it is great jazz rock, but very soulful and funky. And I think I kind of drifted into this from listening to Son of Man, actually. Although they're not like this. It just sent me down that route. Rock funk in styles of percussive guitar playing. Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. This is Mahogany Rush live. Tales of the Unexpected and What's Next. But my main focus was the live one. Just loved it. The Answer, Dragonfly. Listen to that, peeps. Excerpt from Backdoor Man, New Rock and Roll, Johnny B. Good. You might be thinking, oh, Johnny B. Good. But he had a command of doing cover versions. So he still does. And of course, Electric Reflections of War, where one of the prime examples of a guitarist able to make the electric guitar sound like a war zone. It's just the guts of it, of the pain. You know, when I turn on the news at the moment, what's going on in the world, you can feel that in Frank's guitar playing. Brilliant. Next was The Doors, and this is a 2 CD set, which is basically Other Voices and Full Circle. I haven't been playing Full Circle, I've been playing Other Voices. And the reason why was that Adam Holzman, who I interviewed recently, was talking about The Doors, and he posted on his Facebook page about this album and how people were kind of shocked, really, that Jim Morrison passed away, and literally within a few months a new Doors album popped out, and people might have thought, gosh, they didn't hang around, did they? But you have to remember that what was actually going on behind the scenes was Jim Morrison was missing in action in Paris, and the band, obviously from LA Woman album, were working on the next one, thinking, well, let's just get as much done as we possibly can, and then when Jim comes back from Paris, we're set to go. So in a way, with the sad passing of Jim Morrison, this album was almost in the can. So it was going to be a Doors album. The thing missing was Jim Morrison, but musically it follows on from LA Woman so well, because you can hear aspects. It almost sounds like outtakes from LA Woman in some places, because they were working on an album as a follow-up to that. So with that in mind, I revisited it, and it brought it to life in a way that I hadn't played it before. Whereas I always thought, well, it's not as good as the Jim Morrison version of The Doors, but it was good that, Elektra Records wanted to support them and believed in them. But actually, with that in mind, that it was actually when they wrote it, as far as they were concerned, The Doors still existed. It gives it a different spin, if you like. I've also been playing L from Steve Hillage, and this is from this giant box set, which I'll be reviewing soon. And this is from 1976, and I've really been a hurdy-gurdy man, and look, It's All Too Much. Some great guitar playing. Loved Steve Hillage sound, and this is the first album from that box set I've decided to visit. And the last two is another little CD box set, and it is Budgie. I've been listening to a lot of Budgie recently, and this is a great little box set to get. Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, In for the Kill, and Bandolier. And I featured In for the Kill for a video I did for patrons and YouTube members recently. But onto this one, I've been listening to Never Turn Your Back on a Friend primarily for Bread Fan, because I recently did a poll on the community tab on YouTube about opening tracks, and Bread Fan is just one of the best opening tracks, one of the best heavy metal riffs of all time. And then finally, and I'll be reviewing both of these, this is totally different. I've been listening to Steve Hackett and his two classical albums from the 80s. This is from 1983. I'm going to be reviewing the other one as well, but this is the one I've been playing the most. And it just brought me down for all the stuff I put together in my playlist for this week. This is a wonderful way where I've been heading towards the end of the week to listen to this. It's absolutely sublime. And it's the kind of album that at the time in 1983 I wouldn't have listened to because I was too busy rocking out. But now, with my range of sounds that inspire me being so wide and so deep, that this is just a beautiful album. So that is what I've been playing this week. Let me know what you've been playing this week. What have you discovered? What has just arrived? What are you hoping to play? It's great to hear your choices and for each other to talk about it as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your support. Remember to buy a Now Spinning Magazine t-shirt or a coffee mug. There's lots of other merch as well. Support me as a patron or a YouTube member. It all makes a difference in helping me to follow my passion here and to share this content with you. So remember, music is the healer and the doctor. Please take care, keep spinning those discs, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon.